Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to show you how to fix an error that is DirectX 12 is not supported on your system. Try running without the -dx12 or -d3d12 command line argument. So if you're receiving this error with Nightingale game on your Windows computer, then please follow the steps shown in this video. First of all, make sure that your computer meets the minimum system requirements. So make sure you can go through this. DirectX version 12 is required. So make sure your computer meets at least the minimum system requirement to play this game. If it does not, then you will receive this error. But still, like your computer meets the minimum system requirement, but still you are receiving this error, then please follow the steps shown in this video. Now the first step is to restart your computer. Do not ignore this step. Just restart your computer once. This is important. So restart your computer once, and after the system restart, you can try launching the game and then check. Now the next step is to run the game from the game installation folder. Now for this, go to Steam, make a right click on the game, select manage, then click on browse local files. It will straight away take you to the game installation folder. Now over here you can see the game exe file. Make a right click on the game exe file, select properties, and then go to this tab and then put a check on the box which says run this program as an administrator, apply, OK, make a double click, launch the game from here. So instead of launching the game from Steam, you can launch the game from the game installation folder. If this does not work, open NWX folder, binaries, Win64. Now over here you will see this exe file. Make a right click on the game exe file, select properties, and then go to this tab and then put a check on the box which says run this program as an administrator, apply, OK, make a double click and launch the game and then check. But still you're facing the problem. The next step is you can make a right click on the game once again on the game exe file, select properties, and then this time put a check over here and then select Windows 8 over here and then apply, OK, make a double click, launch the game. If that does not work, select properties once again and this time select Windows 7 over here. Apply, OK, make a double click, launch the game. If that does not work, again go to properties and this time put a check on disable full screen optimization and then click on apply, click on OK, make a double click and launch the game. If that does not work, open this NWX binaries Win64, select this exe file and do the same thing. Properties and then put a check over here, apply, hit OK, launch the game. If that does not work, you can even try Windows 7 over here, apply, OK, and then launch the game. If that does not work, put a check on disable full screen optimization, then click on apply, click on OK, and then check. But still the game is not launching. In that case, you can, so if putting check on all these boxes, so if when you put check on all these boxes, if the game is not launching, you can uncheck all these boxes. Go back and then do the same thing with the first exe file. Make a right click, properties, uncheck all the boxes, and then follow the next step. Now the next step is to run Steam as an administrator. So you can close Steam. So if go to Steam and then click on exit. Now once you exit Steam, now type in Steam in Windows search box, make a right click on Steam and then click on run as administrator. Now once you run Steam as an administrator, now you can go to the game and then make a right click and then click on run as administrator. So if this does not work, you can do the same thing with this second exe file. Make a right click and then click on run as administrator. So try running both Steam and game as an administrator. Next step is to, now if you're receiving any kind of like memory error, out of video memory, or your system does not support, your game does not support DirectX or something like that, in that case you can ignore the error. So you might receive a prompt, so you can ignore the error and then alt tab, you can go back to the game by pressing alt tab. Next step is to open Engine.ini file. Now for this, go to the game, open File Explorer, and then go to this PC, open C drive. Now open users folder. Now open your username folder. Now open app data folder. If you don't see app data on the top, click on view, select show, and then put a check on hidden items. You should be able to see app data folder. Open app data folder. open the local folder, open NWX folder, and then open saved folder, open config folder, Windows client folder, and here you can see engine folder file. Make a right click, open with notepad. Now once you open it, at the very end, after this you can give one, you can hit the enter key. At the end you can paste this entry. This entry is provided in the video description, so copy this and then you can paste it over here in the notepad. Paste it, then go to file and then click on save, and then now you can launch the game and then check if that, you can save it and then you have to launch the game, restart the game. Now if that does not work, in that case you can put this at the end, you can replace at the end. If this does not work, in that case you can remove this and then you can paste it over here, this entry, and then go to file and then click on save and then close this, launch the game and then check. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you. Now the next step is to do a clean installation of your graphics card driver. So if you have, this is important, so go to NVIDIA website if you have NVIDIA card. If you have AMD card, go to AMD website. I'm showing for NVIDIA. So go to NVIDIA website and then select the right product type. For me it's GeForce, and then select the right product series, select your series over here, and then select your graphic card. Make sure that you select your graphic card over here, and if you have Windows 10, select Windows 10. If you have Windows 11, select Windows 11. Now click on start search. Now scroll down. The latest GeForce Game Ready driver right now is driver version 551.52. so click on get download and then click on download now. Now once the download is complete, you have to run this exe file. Now once you run the exe file, you will see this screen. Click on agree and continue, and then put a check on the box, put a check on custom, select custom and then click on next, and then put a check on the box which says perform a clean installation. Make sure you put a check on the box which says perform a clean installation and then click on next. And first of all, it will uninstall the old driver and then it will do a clean installation of the new driver, and after that restart your computer. Restart is a must, and then launch the game. Now the next step is to install Visual C++ file. Now for this, copy this link. The link is provided in the video description. Open this link in a browser. It will take you to Microsoft website. Now over here you can see Visual Studio 2015, 17, 19 and 22. Download x86 and then you have to download x64. So you have to download both x86 and x64. Now run this exe file. Now if you see the repair option, click on repair. If you see the install option, click on install. Now download this x64 and then run this exe file as well. Again, if you see the repair option, click on repair. If you see the install option, click on install and let the installation complete. Make sure both the installation are complete. Now once both the installation are complete, you will see a restart option like this. So once both are complete, you can restart your computer. Make sure that you restart your computer, and after the system restart, launch the game. Now the next step is to update Windows to the latest version, and latest version right now is 23H2. So you can check WINVER in Windows search box, type in WinVer, and then you can check the version over here. So right now the current version in my case is version 23H2. This is the latest one right now. So whichever is the latest, install your update your Windows to the latest version. So you can open Windows settings, go to Windows update or update and security, and then click on check for update. Once all the updates are installed, restart your computer, and then after the system restart, you can launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to try DX11 or DX12 in launch option. So you can make a right click on the game, select properties. In the launch option, type in -DX11 first, and then close this and then launch the game and then check. If that does not work, you can type in -DX12 and then you can launch the game and then check. If that does not work, launch games without any launch option. So in that case, you can make a right click, select properties and remove everything from here, and then follow the next step. Now the next step is to allow the game exe file to antivirus program. So if you have any third-party antivirus like Avast, Norton, Bitdefender, McAfee, whichever antivirus program you have, make sure that you allow the game exe file to antivirus program. Now if you're using Windows security, in that case open Windows settings and then go to privacy and security. In Windows 11 you will have an option privacy and security, then click on Windows security. If you have Windows 10, in Windows 10 you will have an option update and security, then click on Windows security and then click on virus and threat protection. Scroll down, at the end you will see manage ransomware protection, click on it. Now click on allow an app through control folder access, click on yes to allow and then click on add an allowed app, browse all apps. Now go to the game installation folder. If the game is installed in C drive, open C drive, program files x86. Now open the Steam folder. Now open the Steam apps folder. Now open the common folder. Over here you will see the game folder. Open the game folder and then select the game exe file. Now click on open. Again click on add an allowed app, browse all apps, open NWX folder, binaries Win64, select this exe file. Now click on open. Once the game is added, now type in control panel in Windows search box and then click on control panel. Now click on system and security, Windows Defender Firewall. Now click on allow an app or feature through Windows Defender Firewall. Click on change settings on the top. Click on allow another app, browse, and then again go to the game installation folder. Open the game folder, program files x86. Now open the Steam folder. Now open the Steam apps folder, common folder. Open the game folder. Select the game exe file. Click on open. Now click on add. In my case, the game is already added. Now click on OK. Again click on allow another app, browse, and then open NWX binaries Win64. Select this exe file, click on open, and then click on add. Once the game is added over here, now click on OK on the bottom, and then now you can launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to verify the game files. Now this is important. So make a right click on the game, select properties, go to the installed files tab, and then click on verify integrity of game files. Click on it. Once the verification is done, now you can launch the game and then check. Next step is to, now this is for Intel processor user, you can install Intel, download Intel Extreme Utility. You can go to this link. The link is provided in the video description. Open this link in a browser and you can download and install this. Now once you open Intel Extreme Utility, in that case, once that is open, go to advanced option and you can change the P core ratio from 55 to 54x, or you can even try 60x. For many users this has worked, so you can try this. If this is not working, if you are unable to perform this step, in that case you can skip this step. You can follow the next step, delete config file. To delete the config file, before you delete the config file, let me inform you that you will lose all the saved settings in the game. So to delete the config file, you can open File Explorer and then go to this PC, C drive, users folder, username, app data, local, NWX, saved. Here you can see config. So you can delete the config file. You can open the saved and you can make a right click and then click on delete. Delete this config file and then launch the game and then check. Next step is to disable Steam overlay. So make a right click on the game, select properties, turn off the option which says enable the Steam overlay while in game. Turn this off and then launch the game and then check. Also, if you have any other overlay application, like if you have Discord running, you can turn off the Discord, or you can just quit Discord and then you can launch the game, close GeForce Experience. So if you have any kind of overlay application, close it. Also, if you have any kind of overclocking application, so if you have MSI Afterburner, Intel Extreme Utility, or Riva Tuner, or any kind of overclocking application, close the overclocking application and then launch the game. Next step is to unplug external devices from the computer. So if you have any external devices which you're not using, you can disconnect these devices, disconnect additional controller connected to the computer, disconnect multiple monitor, try launching the game on single monitor. If you have any third-party application or services running in Task Manager, you can just close all the third-party application and services in the Task Manager which you're not using. Also close all your browser, including your browsers. So close all the browsers and third-party application on your computer. If you have undervolted your computer, remove the undervolt and then launch the game. To perform clean boot, type in system configuration in Windows search box and then click on system configuration and then go to the services tab and then put a check on the box which says hide all Microsoft services, then click on disable all. Make sure that you put a check on hide all Microsoft services first and then click on disable all, click on apply, click on OK. You will see a restart option, restart your computer and then launch the game. Next step is to increase the virtual memory. This is important. So to increase the virtual memory, type in view advanced system settings in Windows search box and then click on view advanced system settings and then click on the first settings and then go to advanced tab and then click on change over here and then select the drive. So uncheck the box which says automatically manage paging file size for all drives. Uncheck this box and select the drive where the game is installed. So select the drive and then once you select the right drive, now put a check on custom size, and for initial size it's 1.5 into total RAM. So you can check the total RAM in Windows settings. You can go to system and then go to about, and total RAM in my case is 16 gigabyte. So you can calculate accordingly. In my case it's 16 GB, so I will calculate as per 16 GB. So, and first of all we have to convert 16 GB into megabyte. So we will open calculator. So type in calculator in run box and then click on OK, and over here it's 1.5 into total RAM. Total RAM in my case it's 16 RAM, 16 GB. So 16 into 1024 is actually 1 GB is equal to 1024 megabyte. So 16 GB in megabyte will be 16384 into 1.5 into total RAM. This is my total RAM in megabyte. Now 1.5 into total RAM, that is into 1.5. So in my case initial size is 24576 and maximum size is 3 into total RAM. Now total RAM in my case that is 16 gigabyte. I have 16 gigabyte of RAM. So 16 into 1024, I have converted this in megabyte. Now that is 3 into total RAM. So total RAM is this much into 3, that is 49152. 4915152. Now click on set over here, then click on OK, apply, OK. Now restart computer. Make sure that you restart your computer after this. Now the next step is to try playing on wired connection. So if your computer has a Ethernet port and if you have a Ethernet cable, you can go for Ethernet connection and that will give you stable connection. And if you're using any kind of VPN, you can turn off the VPN or you can close the VPN or you can uninstall the VPN and then you can check. Once you're done playing the game, if you want to use VPN, you can use it. But while playing the game, you can turn off the VPN. Also run this command. So type in CMD in Windows search box and then make a right click on command prompt app and then click on run as administrator. Make sure that you open command prompt as an administrator. Click on yes to allow and then copy the first command. The command is provided in the video description. Paste it over here, hit the enter key. Now run the second command. Paste it, hit the enter key. Now run the third command. Paste it over here, hit the enter key. Now once this is done, now you can launch the game and then check. So once you are connected, because it will disconnect and then it will reconnect. Now once you're connected, you can launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to, if you're able to launch the game, if you're not able to launch the game, you can skip this step. But if you're able to launch the game, you can try window mode and lower down graphics settings. So launch the game first. So when in the game, open settings. So go to settings and then go to video. So go to video. Now over here, if this is set to Windows borderless, you can try window mode. Apply. Now if this is set to 4K, you can try 1920 into 1080p. You can even lower down more. Now if motion blur is checked, you can uncheck motion blur. Now scroll down. Now if quality preset is set to ultra, you can set it to quality, or you can even go for balanced. So I will set it to quality, or you can even select performance. So don't put in ultra quality, you can select quality, balance, or performance. So for now I will keep in balanced. Scroll down. Now if VSync is on, turn it off. Turn off NVIDIA reflex low latency. If this is checked, uncheck it. Now if you're using NVIDIA DLSS, in that case select quality over here. If you're using NVIDIA DLSS. Now if you're using Intel SES, in that case again set it to quality. And if you're using this temporal, in that case also you can select quality. And then apply the settings. I will use NVIDIA DLSS and I will set it to quality. Now if DLSS frame generation is ticked, you can uncheck this box and hit apply and then check the performance. Now the next step is to update the system BIOS. This is important. So go to your system manufacturer website. So if you have a Dell computer, go to Dell website. If you have Lenovo computer, go to Lenovo. If you have HP or Asus, go to your system manufacturer website, select your model number, make sure that you select your computer and then find the latest BIOS update available and then install the latest BIOS. Now in case of laptop, before you update the system BIOS, make sure battery on your computer is more than 10% and the AC adapter, the charger, is connected to the computer. During the BIOS update, your system will restart. Do not unplug the power cable when it's updating the system BIOS. After the BIOS update, log into the computer and then launch the game. The last step is to uninstall and reinstall the game to SSD. So make sure that you run this game on SSD. So if the game is installed to another drive, first of all uninstall the game. So you can make a right click on the game, select manage, then click on uninstall. Now after the uninstall, go to the game installation folder, delete the game folder and then restart your computer. And after the system restart, try installing the game to C drive. So if the game is installed to another hard drive, in that case you can try to install the game to your C drive and make sure your C drive is SSD. And if the game is already installed in C drive, in that case you can try installing the game to another SSD and then check. Make sure that you run the game on, you install the game on SSD. So one of the steps shown in this video should help you to get the game running on a Windows computer. So that'll be all. Thank you so much for your time and please like this video and subscribe to my channel.